Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the HPC CM-1012 lens only for the HPC Blitz code machine. Why someone would need to buy the lens only? Well, probably the existing probably became cracked. Would be my guess. I've never. I own a Blitz. I've never damaged the lens case, but I also don't take it around in a truck where things could fall off and just crack that. Although I would say that that would be. I don't know what this is made of, but it's polycarbonate, Lexan, probably something quite durable would be my guess. I don't know exactly what it's made of, but this, as I tap on it, it strikes me as something that would be considered durable. Okay. Lens only for the code machine. Some basic dimensional properties. About 4 and 9/16 by 5 and 9/16. If you don't own a Blitz machine by HPC, and you happen to be seeing this video, like all things in locksmithing, there seems to be a tool, the best tool for every particular job, and that is certainly true with a code machine from HPC. If you've got 50 keys to cut, you're not going to cut 50 of them on a code machine. You could, it's just going to take a month. So you would definitely want to originate a key on the code machine and then duplicate them on another machine. Is how obviously I would do it. But the reason the Blitz machine is good is because, well, you need to originate the key. And you can do that on a duplicator. You can have a set of depth and spacing keys. That's certainly a very valid way to do it. Absolutely valid. I've done it that way plenty of times. And you certainly could do it. And if you don't have access to your Blitz machine, that's how you would do it. But where the Blitz machine comes in is when you buy that machine, you've got 75 cards. I don't know how many. It could be 125. I don't know. It could be 50. But now you solve the problem of needing depth and space. You automatically have depth and spacing keys for all of those manufacturers. Okay, so that's where the Blitz machine comes in. Let's switch to the screen view and take a look at this supporting document manual link down below. So this is the item that we're looking at, and there's the link to the manual. Let's click on that and see what comes up. Okay, so obviously our lens cover we can see right up front. I don't own a Switch Blitz. I own the standard Blitz machine, but doesn't matter. The HPC CM-1012 is the part number that we're looking for, and that's clearly called out here, along with the other parts that go along with this particular machine. As we scroll through this, I'm just searching for 1012, and I'm coming up, of course, with the cutter for Medico, because it's a CW 1012. So the CM 1012 only occurs once in this manual, this document, which is a very helpful document because it will show you not only everything about the particular machine, but we'll talk about all kinds of different cutters, different cards that are ultimately available, different jaws. As you fixture or clamp your key in the machine, yeah, you're going to need different jaws for doing some of that stuff. That Primus with that funny side bit cut side bit milling is going to require a jaw. And while you can kind of make it work, so to speak, you really need to have the right fixture to get that key clamped properly. And as you scroll through the rest of the machine, obviously you're going to come into contact with all of the other, scroll through the document, you'll find other important information as it pertains to a Blitz style cutter. And those code cards are really ingenious because they literally contain everything you need to know for the key that you're cutting. So on this card here, which is a CF215 card, which I don't know what it is. It appears to be a double bitted Ford, maybe. Is it a Ford ignition or a Ford key? Probably not Ford. I don't know what a CF215 cuts, but let's investigate that. Click the link back on the item that we're looking at to the manufacturer's page. We can then go to code card reference, and that was a CF215, I believe. CF215? Yeah, okay, so that's for a... That is for GM 94 modular ignition program. So that's what that code card is for. It will tell you the cutter. Here's the important stuff. Tells you the jaw, tells you the cutter. Gives you your location for your spacing and your depths. You line up your knobs and your indicators with those locations. But then there's lots of other locksmithing information. Will give you the actual depth of the cut and the spacing from whatever it's gauged from. I would imagine the tip with this type of key. The blanks that you can use from different manufacturers. So really tremendous information on the card itself. It is its own depth and spacing chart documentation. So back to the item that we're looking at, back to the manufacturer's page. Before we do that, the link to in the manual that we're in, you can scroll through here and learn more about the Blitz style code cutting machines. Obviously the different cutters. I forget the one that it automatically comes with, but it does include at least one cutter initially. It might be a 14MC, might be the standard. Don't quote me on that. I just don't recall. Or it could be the CW90. It's probably not the CW90. Regardless, you do get a cutter, but lots of cutters because keys are going to require different shapes of cuts, and really the stock and trade, what makes a lot of manufacturers' information or their specifications unique is this. It's crucial to get it correct in terms of the cut. Okay, what that cut actually is. So you have obviously a degree. Okay, you're going to have that degree is going to be crucial. What degree that V is. Another thing that's very important is most manufacturers are not a V like this, although some are. They are actually like this. They have a flat area on the bottom. Most manufacturers' pins will rest here. Not all. Some will rest exclusively on the sides because they believe, like Medico, that is a smarter system. I would imagine they believe it's smarter. And your pin does not actually make contact. That small surface area does not actually make contact with the bottom, but you've got all that surface area of your chisel point pin as it rotates, possibly, as the pin seats into the cut of the key. So the geometries, the width of the flat on the bottom, all of that conspires to really make different cutters absolutely required, because they're different is the bottom line. And you use, not that you're ever going to cut M-Heart high security, although you might be doing that. You use a CW14MC where it has the .046 dimension on the flat and 100 degree. If you try to use that when you are trying to do a Medico, if that's the cutter you've got and you're doing Medico, that 86 degree and that 015 plateau on the bottom of the root of the cut, that's going to give you that it's not going to work, because of the very particular nature of each manufacturer's dimensional specifications. So the downside of the Blitz machine is also its substantial upside. It's a modular tool that, yes, you have to buy options, but let's face it, you're probably going to own 2 or 3 cutters. Most people don't need to own more than that, would be my opinion. And without having to purchase all of them, you can do a lot of capable sort of projects. Here's your small format material, 90 degree with an 046. That other one was 046 is a 100 degree. The problem with that is if you use that other cutter, while it may work, it's not going to work in all instances because the geometry of that cut will certainly cause, if you have a 100 degree geometry for a 90 degree requirement, your max will certainly be modified at a minimum. The upside is that you can become highly capable of cutting many other things with this. These slotters are used in locks that control safe and vault doors. So those keys are generally slotted, but these slotting cutters can be used, talking about M-Heart. I've had people, an M-Heart key is a no longer manufactured system, even though I understand that they will support. That M-Heart key was a funny key. It was shaped maybe trapezoidally. I don't recall. But the bottom of that key has all these notches in it, the bottom of the key, which makes it very special. And then, of course, all the cuts that go across it. Well, some people have used that slotter to cut a standard Corbin Russwin blank in the right keyway to achieve those slots required based on an M-Heart system. This is a very poor drawing, but it nonetheless illustrates. You could easily look up Corbin M-Heart high security, and you'll find what that key looks like. So this manual is really great. So back to the page that we're looking at, the link to the manufacturer's page. That's handy because it will show you not only all of the HPC products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, their product catalog, encyclopedic documents, depths and spacing charts are here as well. And I'm partial to HPC because they're responsive. Whether or not you're a locksmith, you could be someone who's not a registered locksmith, but you operate as a locksmith. You can be someone who's a certified locksmith. You can be someone who is, several decades of experience. At a certain point, you're going to need to call the factory and get technical support. And they do a very good job, and they have for all of the years that I've ever contacted them. Occasionally, you have to contact them twice, but that just is that goes with the territory within our industry. Let's finish up this video on camera. So in conclusion, HPC is a quality manufacturer of, obviously, their Blitz machine. They also have a punch machine. Their PCH 1200 is the part number, I believe. They make more than just key machines, and supporting those key machines, they have some security hardware. You might want to click on that product catalog on the manufacturer's page and scroll through there and take a look at all the other items that they supply. Not only key machines, security hardware, but the tools that go to support your locksmith trade, such as picks, tension rods, things of that nature. Any questions on the HPC CM-1012 replacement lens for the code machine or any other HPC product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.